Okay, it started recording without me having to do anything. Hello, welcome to the Stitch with Love podcast. My name is Shannon. I am a knitter and a crocheter coming to you from Palmerston North, New Zealand. I always forget to say this, but if you want to find me on Ravelry and Instagram, I'm under the same name on both. It's at ShanMarie2401. I will put it down in the description. Hello, it's been a couple of weeks again. I'm trying to figure out what podcasting schedule works for me, I think, at the moment. So, apologies, it is a little bit wishy-washy, but we are back. It is beautiful weather today. It is 3:30 and I do not need any lights. I do not need any heating. If anything, I need a fan because it feels really hot. It's not, it's about 14 degrees. I think in Fahrenheit that's like the mid 50s. I did look it up last night because I was talking to one of my American friends. But so it's not actually hot. It's warm but not hot. But when we've been having like negatives and single digits, it feels hot. But it's beautiful. I've been able to put my washing out on the washing line for the first time in about, I don't know how many months. Because we've had sunny days, but it's been too cold. So if I was to put something out, it just wouldn't dry because it would just be freezing. So I don't have to use my tumble dryer. I don't have to have a washing line up inside the house. The doors are open. I don't need any lights. It's amazing. So spring is definitely here. I will say though, give it a little bit of time and I will be wanting winter again because I'm a winter person. But right now, I'm enjoying the fact that there's no ice. So, anyway, we are here for knitting, so I'm going to get into some knitting. First things first, finished object. This was actually finished last week, but I couldn't show it because it was on the blocking mats. And I could have got it, but it was still wet, and if I moved it, I was worried the lace was not going to dry right. So, which way? There we go. It's done. This is my Dippity Doo Dah shawl by Callie Monster. I tested this for her. It is out now, so you can go get the pattern. It's 2 patterns in one. You can make this one, which is the smaller size, or you can make the larger one, but that doesn't, so smaller one with the lace and there's the larger one with tassels. So, but both are in the same pattern, if that makes sense. So, super fun knit. The yarn I used is all, let's see if I can show it, Mama Wooling. So the background is Galaxy and the contrast colour is Sugar, both on her single ply merino silk lustre base. And yeah, it's done, it's finished, it's beautiful. I got quite excited this morning because I woke up and saw that Cardi had reposted my Instagram post with this, like, because I posted my finished object photos and said that it was live, that you could purchase it, and she reposted my post and that made me very excited. So yay! So yeah, finished object, all done. Well, my hair is not cooperating with me today. I should have really pinned it up, sorry. But yeah, so that's done. Actually, you know what? I'll grab a clip. Because this is actually getting quite annoying. So, yes. So talking about that. So that's done, but I've got another test knit on the needles. So that doesn't mean that we are not knitting for Callie at the moment, because we definitely are. One more to go, and then I don't know if she'll have, it's interesting, but okay. I don't know if she'll have more, but she does, I am sure. If I am available, I will be. Oh my god. Today is not the hair day, apparently. Okay. that we're gonna have to go with that because at least it's out of my hair and like out of my hair, out of my face. It looks a bit dumb, but it's alright. It's not cooperating with me. Yeah, doesn't seem to matter what I do. Anyway, so we'll move on to works in progress and move on from the hair situation. I'll grab this one because it's right next to me. This bag is by Little Black Hen. She's a maker here in New Zealand, and I have my cowl for the cowl along in here. So Strawberry Patches, Marina, she is hosting the cowl along until the end of October. So we still have a while. Yes, end of October, 31st of October. I had a moment there where I was like, is it? Yes, it is. So, oh, sorry, I just kicked the tripod. This is what I've got. It's brioche, and I love brioche. This is the, what's the name of it? I got it wrong last time. It's the Earthshades Cowl. I called it Earth Tones, but it's Earthshades Cowl by Alana of Black Cat Knitting Company. And she owns the yarn shop Lupine Wool Co. here in New Zealand, based in Auckland. And I got this yarn from there. My main colour, we're tangled, is Brooklyn Tweed Perry. Sorry, my cat. Brooklyn Tweed Perry, which is merino wool, full ply in the colour peony. And then my contrast is Spin Cycle dyed in the wool. This is the first time I've used Spin Cycle, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's very pretty. Would I use it very much? Probably not, because it's expensive. But every now and again, yes, and I love this colourway. So Spin Cycle dyed in the wool. Colourway is Nostalgia. I have the tags. I've gotten better at keeping my tags since I started podcasting, but not brilliant at it. There's the Brooklyn Tweed Perry in peony. I cleaned my camera so it's actually recording better, I think, from what it was last week's. I turned it on and I looked like I was behind some kind of screen. Yeah, it was not great. And then there's the Spin Cycle. Oh, where are we? Around. Nostalgia. Sorry about any glare. I have a big window right there and one right in front of me. Great for lighting, but I do get a bit of a glare, which is also why I'm not wearing my glasses, because that can get distracting. So, and then I'm using 3.25mm needles. They are the Knit Pro Mindful Collection. Interchangeables, that's the word. Interchangeables. So yeah, I've not done too much on this because this has been my on the bus to uni knitting, and I've been, pardon me, I've been on break. So I have been on the bus twice this week, so not very much. I, again, will have like maybe 2 bus trips this week, and then the rest of it is just going to be work. And I mean, I could, I don't really want to use brioche. No, I do not want to do brioche for knitting and walking. That sounds like a terrible idea, so no. But then I might get tired of my other ones and decide to work on this, so that's the first one. I've got socks. I changed bag. Originally the bag, it was in my Happy Mermaid Yarn Co. bag, which is a great bag, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against it, but just I found this one much easier for knitting and walking. This is by In Stitches. This is my Farmer's Daughter fibres for this last month now because we're in September. So I've done one shorty sock. These are just vanilla shorties. And I'm on to the foot of the second one. I have, I think, till the end of this week to get it finished. But that should be no problem. I'm about halfway through the foot. So I just want to do the rest of the foot and the toe, and then take weave in the ends on this one. Ends already done on this one. Weave in the ends on this one, take photos, and then I'm done. My one for this month, September, should be here shortly because it's arrived in Auckland now, so should not be far away. I'll show you the yarn. This is the main colour. It's beautiful. I loved this colour this month. And the mini, which is got itself tangled, of course. This is in Rocky Mountain Pearls. Where is... Go. Oh, upside down. There we go. I probably won't focus. Yeah, no, probably not. The mini colour is Yucca, which is quite cool because I really like this colour, this mint green. So I might hang on to this, maybe see if I can get some more of this colour. But yeah, not too much to say about this one. Plain vanilla sock. Needles. You can probably tell by the red cable. These are Chalgu red lace. 2.25mm needles. And I'm knitting Magic Loop. I have knit more DPN socks recently, but I don't enjoy them as much. Like, there'll be times where I love DPNs and they're really fun and I find them really fast, and then there's other times where just the constant changing needles I just find really annoying. So yeah, and again, if I'm out and about, I don't want to accidentally lose a DPN. Do not want that at all. So with my TV remote and my headphones. This is my big one, and I am very excited about this because the end is near. Not that I'm not enjoying this, I am, but I want the jumper. So this bag is by Rosé by Lily. Last time I checked, she was on a break, but I don't know if she's back yet or not. This thing's big now. See if I find the front. This is my Acorns and Antlers. The turtleneck is floppy because it's fingering weight merino, so, and it's not on me, so of course it's gonna flop. But this is the Acorn and Antlers by Anna Johanna. I've done the body, I've done one sleeve, I'm on the second sleeve, and we are almost there. I am very excited for this one. Yeah, I can't wait. It's such a lovely pattern, and I was talking to someone in the Love and Stitches membership because Anna Johanna recently put out a brioche, I think it's either suri or mohair, can't remember, but it's using just lace weight yarn, 2-color brioche jumper. And I was saying about it because we were talking about how much we love brioche, and I mentioned this, and then she ended up diving down a rabbit hole and it saved a whole bunch of Anna's patterns, which I don't blame her because I did the exact same thing. And yeah, I'll show you the back. It's so pretty. This yarn is Mama Willing again in plush fingering. Yes. 85% merino, 20 that math is not math. 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 4-ply. The main colour is Wonderland, and the blue tealy colour is Down the Rabbit Hole. These were part of her cast on calendar this last year. She's not doing a cast on calendar this year from what I can see, but she is doing an advent. That is sold out though. So I will be getting the advent this year. Yeah. I'm using 3.5 for the main 3.5mm needles on the Liquor interchangeable indigo set, which I love. And then I didn't realize until after I knit the ribbing on the turtleneck, the ribbing at the bottom, and the ribbing on this sleeve, that despite I was meant to use a 3.25mm needle and I used a 3. But I'm actually not that bothered because I think it looks fine. So yeah, I'm just going to keep using the 3. But yeah, this should be done fairly soon. So yay! That is my jumper. This one, I had worked on it a little bit this week, not very much. I actually can't remember if I ever showed this or the last time if I did show it, but you may have seen those granny square hexagon cardigans going around, especially on TikTok, and I wanted to give it a go because I really like the style of it, and I had some yarn that I thought would be good, and so I started one. So this is the first hexagon. I've not done the second one. I'm still working on the first one. So, oh, there's my crochet hook just hanging. Ta-da! And then the yarn I'm using is Karen Skinny Cakes, and it's a discontinued colour. Cookies and strawberries and cookies, something along those lines. But I have just a plain acrylic from Spotlight that is very similar to this like peachy, it's hard to see in this light, oh, you can kind of see it in the middle, it's like peachy colour, and so I'm just going to use this until it runs out and then use the peachy colour for the rest. I think it'll be alright, we'll see. If I hate it, then obviously I'll undo it and figure out another plan, but I think it'll be alright. It's not meant to be perfect anyway, so. And it's, the idea behind this is just for me to use up some scraps. So I've got my washing out and the wind's just picked up and it looked like my washing line was going to take off. Did not think it was that windy today. This is another Knit Bits bag. I love this bag. I love the pattern, the colour, the handle. It's brilliant. And then I've got 2 more. We'll go to the test knit and then something that I have forgotten about for the last like month. So this is where it's living. It's living in this bag by Mama Willing, and it is my latest test knit for Kelly of Monster Knits. And this is where we are. It's beautiful. It is very beautiful. As you can tell, like, you have different sections, which is great if you have, like, for example, a short attention span, because you do a section and then you do something else, and it's great. It's very large, much larger than this one. Like, I mean, you can probably already tell. I mean, this is blocked. This is not blocked yet. This is. So, you can kind of tell the size difference. I'm using 3.5mm my Knit Picks Caspian wood interchangeables that I got years ago. And then the yarn is Chuffed by Prosper Yarn. I got this from Lupine. And my colour one. Remember the colourways is Sweet Manuka. I forgot to say these are 90% merino, 10% linen, blah blah, 10% linen. This is Sweet Manuka. My colour 2 is Sandcastle. My colour 3, which I'm currently got attached, is Ent. E-N-T. Ent. And there's her tag. This is the one for Sweet Manuka. And yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I've never knit with anything with linen before, and I am loving the material that it's making. You will find that linen, I spoke to a friend, and I think it's just the nature of linen yarn. You'll get little bits that kind of stick out, and so sometimes if they really annoy me, I'll just pull them out. But other than that, I'm really enjoying this. And it's not like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a negative thing. Like, I would still knit with the yarn. I just, if they feel a bit rough, I'll just take them out. But yeah. I forgot to say what it's called. It's called Embrace Autumn, and I'm pretty sure it's due to be released towards the end of this month, because our deadline is the 21st of September, and Callie normally releases like maybe like a week or so after that, so I'm thinking end of September. The last one is the Forgotten Whip. That, and I forget about it because it sits by my bed. It's my knitting that I might do in bed while I'm listening to an audiobook or something like that at night, and it's outgrowing its basket. This is my granny stripe. There's a bunch of scraps. I'll show you what I've got in here. I mean, some of these are quite big scraps, so I don't know if I will incorporate them. I haven't decided yet. This is just a massive magic knot ball, like a huge one. A lot of these are left over from Advents, and they've been knitted before. It's just, yeah. I need to see if I want to put those in. But where am I? Upside down. Okay, I do not want it to pull my stitch out. This thing's getting big. Like, if I bring all the way, there we go. And it's nowhere near done, by the way. Nowhere near done. Last time I showed it on the podcast was where my little teacup down there. And so I've forgotten about it because I've managed to crochet all of this. It's all fingering weight, scraps, leftovers from projects, advents, all sorts. It's heavy. But I'm enjoying working on it. At the moment, the book I'm listening to is, what's the audiobook? It's Death of a Nitwit by Peggy Earhart. It's part of her Crazy Mystery series. So I'm listening to that. I've got another one, at least one more after that, and then also a series that I listened to last year, I think, the Vampire Knitting Club by Nancy Warren has had a new book that's been published, and the audiobook is available. So that is also on my to listen list. Yeah, so granny stripe blanket, very colourful. I would not normally wear anything in all these colours, but for a blanket, yes, I think it would be amazing. So grab a drink of water, and then I've got a little bit of life stuff. Last time I spoke about exchange. So if you are new here, hello, I am a uni student, and I am in the process of applying to go on study abroad. I have been in this process since June, earlier than that. I started earlier than that, the deadline was June, but I've been in the process since like April, I think. I actually started looking into it, and we kind of hit a bit of a roadblock. So I was waiting, basically we were waiting for other students to put stuff in before they could do the interviews, because they do all our interviews in 1 week. And so it was quite annoying because I was waiting. In that time I applied for a scholarship and a few other things. And then I got an email last week. So on this Tuesday coming up, I have my interview finally. I am slightly terrified because I do not like interviews, but I'll be happy when it's done. And I think if all goes well, if I remember correctly, I should know by the end of this week coming if I've got in on my university side, which is exciting, but definitely not the end of the road, because then I've got to go through the process all over again, pretty much, applying to the host university. I am being put forward for and nominated for the University of Dundee in Scotland, and so they've just come back from summer break, which I think has kind of delayed things a little bit as well, because the university on my side has been trying to get in touch with them, but they've been on break, so they've been waiting for them to come back. And so things are starting to pick up now, I think, which is good because we're only a few months out. Semester starts beginning of January next year, so it's getting a little bit down to the wire. However, I think I've got mixed emotions, I think, and I think anyone who's maybe had opportunities like this before, or even just moved, is maybe feeling this as well. We've been in this house since the beginning of 2021, so almost 3 years. I feel very sad about leaving it, and I'm also quite overwhelmed because there's a lot of steps involved, and in the sense of logistics, because we've got to get ourselves back to Auckland and then in time for me to fly out. And so there's just a lot of stuff, and so I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit sad, a bit confused, but overwhelmed. So there's a lot of emotions, and don't get me wrong, I am incredibly thankful and I'm very excited, but there's just a lot of emotions and things going on, and a fly that's really annoying me. With spring and summer comes the flies. It's literally like the first week of spring and we've already got flies. Oh well. It's only the one, but they're annoying. Anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of in a bit of a weird stage, I think, at the moment, but I don't feel like I'm at a standstill just waiting. So I'm happy about that. But there's just a lot of the wind again. It's distracting me. Just a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's where we are with that. And I don't really know what else other than that. Just we're moving forward with the exchange application, and I'm not quite sure where that's going to go, because I mean, I still might not get it. Like, nothing's guaranteed, and so I guess I shouldn't be worrying too much. But at the same time, with these sorts of things, is that a fly or a bee? Really hope that's a fly. I don't know. It's very large. what was I saying? Like, and nothing's guaranteed yet, but at the same time, with these sorts of things, like trying to plan in advance as best as you can. And so kind of with the assumption at this stage that I am going, so that, I mean, if I don't end up going, then basically nothing's going to change. We're going to stay here. I just have extra money stored up. You know, maybe we'll go on a holiday. But if I do go and then I don't prepare, then it's going to be a mad scramble in like a month or two. So yeah, that's where we're at. But I know for a fact I am not the only person that's ever felt this or been in this position, so we'll just get through it. And this is the part of, I think, these sorts of things where it's like, it's exciting, but also when it starts becoming very real, you realize how much goes into it, how much you need to prepare, get ready, and then you get other emotions and things that get involved in. But yeah, I've already thought about what knitting projects I would take with me on the plane. That worries me a bit. I'm worried I'm going to get needles taken off me, but I'm going to try and take projects that use needles that look the least threatening, and also if I do get needles taken off, that it's not the end of the world. I am not taking any like big jumpers or anything. Ooh, I'm not going to do that. One, that in a little airplane set, because I'm flying economy. I can't, like, I'm a student. I cannot afford. I'd love business class, but I just can't. So, and I mean, economy is not terrible. Like, it is not the most comfortable, but it gets me from A to B. So yeah. But anyway, the reality is those seats are quite small, and so the idea of having a big jumper on a plane in a small seat, you've got potentially like stitches on hold, and it just, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. So my thought is maybe a sock, a muscle bra, and then possibly some like form of like crochet project. That's my thought process at the moment. But yeah, still a lot of things are up in the air. But that's where we are. That is all I have for you this week. Pardon me. That is all I have for you this week. It's now 4 o'clock, or just gone past 4. And so I'm going to start thinking about getting ready for the week, because I do have work tomorrow. In semester I don't work Mondays, but because I don't have class tomorrow. I'm not working in the morning, but I'm working in the afternoon. So I just want to make sure that, like, if I want to have a sleep in, I can have a sleep in without feeling guilty about it. Yeah. So I'm going to head off. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. I was about to say next week, but that's the hope, but I can't promise. As you've seen with previous episodes, sometimes it's every second week, so we'll see. But definitely next time, whenever that is. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye.